Have you ever noticed that the harder people chase happiness, the more difficult it seems to find? What if happiness isn't found in having more, but in needing less? I don't know whether most people have thought about that. And hello, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a Ghana Paps, and I'm here today with another video, just gardening and all that, so that at least I can try to make my garden looks better. And today I want to talk about happiness. And for the longest time, I used to think happiness was something I had to chase, and now I'm starting to wonder if it was waiting for me here all along, because we tell ourselves we will be happy when we make more money, and that's what most people think. We think that we will be happy when we get a bigger house. Some of us think we will be happy when we get a better car, and others think that they will be happy when life becomes easier. But what if happiness isn't waiting somewhere in the future? What if it's already available in the simple moment we are too busy to notice? And as I spend time planting in my garden, I want to share a few thoughts about happiness, my village life so far, and why some of the happiest moments of my life have happened far away from the busy street, the traffic jams, and the endless rush of the town life. And this isn't about planting, it's about discovering what really matters, and that's why I want to share it with you guys as you watch this video. And growing up, I had this busy city dream. I know all of us that who have grown in the village, you have this dream to live in the city. And I used to think that success looked a certain way. You know, when we were small, I used to think that for me to look, and this is not to be successful, I used to think that for me to look successful, somebody needs to have, for example, a busy schedule. You need also to have a full calendar, constant movements, and being surrounded by people, and always having somewhere to go. And while there's nothing wrong with that ambition, I started noticing something, that many people were achieving what they wanted but still seemed exhausted. And they had more things but less time, more convenience but they did not have peace, and most people have more connection but less community. The problem wasn't that they lacked success. I think the problem was that they had forgotten to make room for happiness. Remember, we are talking about happiness, and you come to think about someone who have no time. Have you? I once known a person who worked harder than almost anyone I've ever met. He would wake up before sunrise, go home after dark, worked 6 days a week, and after here his dream was simple. One day he would slow down and enjoy life. The problem was that every time he reached a goal, another goal appeared, and that is the problem with life. The moment you get to reach your goal, you get another goal. Now you need more money, the goal to have a bigger house, another responsibility, and before you knew it, more years has passed, and you realize that you spent so much time building a life that you forget to live it. Yeah, I know that will sound weird, because I think most of us build life but we don't live it, we don't enjoy it, because many of us are waiting for happiness to arrive in the future. But have you ever thought about What if life is happening right now? What if your happiness is what you're having right now? You don't have to postpone the joy that you are having, you see. And this garden reminds me that we don't have to compete with each other. It's like the trees. You see, the trees don't compete with each other. And then you look at the birds, they are not even worried about their status. They just wake up, do whatever they are doing, eat, drink, and even grow at your own pace. And everything will be just flawless the way you want it to be. And I remember the first morning that I really noticed peace in the village. It's one morning I just woke up. There were no alarms, no traffic to go to work, no noise. You see, the life city has a lot of noise, opening businesses, people going here and there. It was just birds singing and the sound of wind moving through the trees. And I sat outside with a cup of tea and realized something. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't thinking about what was next. I was simply enjoying where I was. And I felt that moment was expensive. It didn't cost me anything, yet I felt it was expensive. I felt the joy, yet it felt that as if I'm richer than many things money can buy. I think it's all about that inner peace. And sometimes happiness isn't about adding more to your life. Sometimes it's about removing what steals your peace. Think about it as a child who didn't know that they were poor. We put it in this concept, most children that grow in the village, and there is this mentality that when somebody is in the village is poor. But let's put it like a child growing in the village and they don't realize they are poor. What they do is they wake up, they run through the fields. In the village they have these big fields. They play with friends and neighbors. They climb trees. They laugh until sunset. In the village is where you see parents are even going to look for their kids because it's getting dark and they're still laughing and playing with their friends. And then one day society tells them that they are missing something. They realize that they have bigger houses, more gadgets. We know most people or children in towns have more and more gadgets than children in the village. They are not used to more gadgets, and the society introduced to them more possessions. But before that moment, they were happy. And I would say that as I grew in the village, I was more happy than in town. And why is that? Because happiness isn't always connecting to what we own. Sometimes it's connecting to how we experience life. That child that was in the village doing life every day, he was not rich, but they were free. I think freedom is everything. And freedom creates a kind of happiness money struggles to buy. I don't know whether most of you will agree with me, but freedom creates a kind of happiness money struggles to buy. And happiness and wealth aren't always the same thing. They are so different. Having happiness and having wealth. And one of the big lies we believe is that happiness must be earned, that we have to suffer now to enjoy life later. Most of us are being told, sijui you work hard now, you will enjoy later. Sijui when you are old, you will retire happy. But what if happiness can exist during the journey in whatever you are doing? It's like me, what if I can found happiness while planting the vegetables that I'm planting, while watching a sunrise? Think about it. When was the last time you wake up and watch a sunrise? What if that happiness can be found while sharing a cup of tea with a family, while sitting quietly under a tree? You see, the simple moments that are often the real treasures that we all take for granted, or we see that it's like they don't have a meaning. It's like, you see, there are these people who spend years building what many people would call a successful life. I think a successful life, like having a nice car, having a good job, having a beautiful home, and everything looks perfect. But you find that after building that successful life, you come home every evening exhausted, not physically per se, but you are emotionally exhausted. And one weekend you just say, let me visit my grandmother, or let me visit my parents, because I know most of us grandparents and parents live in the countryside. We go there, there is no shopping malls, no traffic, no deadlines, just quiet mornings and simple conversation. And before leaving, you ask yourself, when was the last time you sat outside and watched the sunrise that you are watching, or took a cup of tea with family, laughing, not thinking about busy life, not thinking about work, job, that house, and you realize that you don't remember such life. You don't remember the last time you had such a beautiful thing. And that when you realize that you have spent a lot of time building a successful life, but you have also forgotten how to enjoy it. You know, there are these people who build, it's like, how do I say, you make money, spend it, but you don't have time to enjoy it. It's the way I'm saying, you build successful life. Other people are saying that you have this successful life that they would love to have, you motivate them to have, but they also forget that you are not enjoying it. And from this time I've been in this village, I've realized that success without peace, I think it feels empty. I don't know whether most of you will agree with me that it is sometimes feels empty and all that. And living in the village has also taught me to be creative. Creativity in the village is needed because something's interesting happening when your mind becomes quiet. Ideas begin to appear. You know, there is this peace, this joy, that even your mind start working in a way that you never thought it would have worked, because you are not that busy. You are not, you know, in the village, life moves slow. That's why people go to the village where they are not at work, when they are in job leaves and all that. Lives move so slowly that even solutions start to come naturally. Your creativity returns, because in towns there is always something demanding attention. Your phone is ringing, people are calling. If you're a business person, you are being called even at night and all that. You're going to work, there is traffic. At your workplace, you have deadlines, there is noise pollution and all that. But here, when life slows down, the mind has room to breathe. And I think that the most important thing that I was lacking when I was living in town. And some of the best ideas have come while working even in the garden. You get ideas how to improve your garden and all that. As I was telling you people that in my last video, I'm experimenting a lot, even having more ideas on how I can improve whatever I'm doing, how I can improve my life there and all not. And it happens because I'm not even forcing myself to think. I'm just being there present. You're just present, your mind is flowing, ideas come, you solve problems and all that. And the problem with modern life is often keeps us distracted. We are constantly consuming information. And with the current new technology, we are just scrolling, comparing ourselves with others. You're comparing yourself with the neighbors, your friends in town, and everybody is hustling differently, everybody is earning differently. But in the village, I've not seen a lot of that, and people are so friendly. I don't know, you pass somebody walking on the road, they greet you, don't even know each other, they greet you, they even want to have a small talks with you. But that does not happen in towns. In towns, unless you are a friend with somebody, you just go about your business, and you also worrying about what we are missing. And after a while, we become disconnected from ourselves. And no, most of us will agree with us, living in towns get us disconnected with ourselves. The strange thing is that many people don't need more, they need less. And I think less is more. Mostly when you have peace and all that, you'll find that less is more, because when you need less noise, less pressure, especially the pressure that is in town. I've not felt so much pressure from the moment I came to the village. There was so much pressure in town to keep up, to continue earning more and more. But here we have less pressure, less comparison. People don't care what you're doing in the village. As long as you are doing your own thing, you are happy and all that. There is less rushing. You want to go somewhere, you take your time. You don't have to keep on at running. I don't know traffic. I don't know the mall will be closed. In the village, life is just peaceful. And I think you're being taught about contentment. And I once met someone who earned very little compared to what society considers successful. I know most of you have met such people, yet every time I saw them, they were smiling. Have you ever realized that people in the village look as if they have less than people in towns, but they are always happy? Mostly, I would say most of them are always happy, unless there is one problem or two. But they are considered not successful. I will not say unsuccessful, but most people in the village are considered not so successful, but they're always happy, always smiling, always greeting each other. They know their neighbors. It's so hard to find people in the village not knowing their neighbors. I've been in the village for like 6 months, and I know almost all my neighbors. They grow some of their own food. Imagine eating fresh food from your garden. Everything you want to eat, most of it you're growing it in the garden, and they appreciate small things. It's like this thing that people say, people in the village, you go to visit, there is this msemo that comes mostly during December, that you go to the village and anything you take to them, they appreciate the small things, and they seem genuinely happy. I've never seen people happy like people in the, they are genuinely happy. Even when you go to greet them, they are happy. When they come to visit you, they are happy. And meanwhile, there are people with far more who are constantly stressed. And I think that has taught me something, that contentment and wealth are not always the same thing. One is measured in possession, and other is measured in peace. I think that is the difference between people in town and other people in the village. You think about a business person who is meeting a farmer. There is this story that is being told about a farmer and a businessman, where a businessman meet a farmer resting under a tree, and then the businessman asked the farmer, "Why aren't you working?" And then the farmer tells the businessman that have finished my today's work, and the businessman gets shocked and tells them farmer that they should work harder, make more money, and buy more land. And then a farmer asked the businessman, when I work hard and buy more, and then what? And then it's like the businessman replies, then one day you can relax and enjoy life. And the farmer smile and say, what do you think I'm doing right now? Because at that moment the businessman thought that the farmer is wasting time, he should be working more harder. But the farmer is like, today I'm done with the day, I'm done with the work that I had planned for the day, and now I should rest. I'm resting because whatever I've done is enough. It's time for me to rest. But the businessman is like, we need to do business. Business oriented people, we have to keep moving, we have to keep making that money. But the question is, when would you rest? When would you enjoy the life that you are making today? And you realize that sometimes we are chasing what you already have. You have so much, and then you forget what you have. You are chasing more, and even forgetting to enjoy what you are having. It's like, you see the way I'm gardening. You see on my last video I was planting, and I'm continuing to plant today. And I think this teaches me a lot of patience. You plant now and you're not harvesting right now. You have to give them time to grow and to bear fruits and all that, and then you will harvest later. And you have to care for them consistently, give them manure, water them. You learn that not everything happens instantly, and somehow that lesson starts showing up in other parts of life too. Imagine in relationship, dreams, goals, and also personal growth. Everything meaningful takes time, even in planting and all that. And by the way, as you can see in the video, I added more vegetables. Whatever I added is spinach, onions. I also added some kales, and then Chinese spinach. That's what you can see. My husband is watering them. Actually, he said that he will record watering them and all that. So I did not have time to record while planting them. It was so late, so I added some and all that. So as I was saying, most people spend time building a life and not just a living. In this case, I'll say most people spend years learning how to make a living, and we are also taught in school. I feel that most of us in school are taught how to make a living. You make a living, but very few spend time learning how to build a life. There is a difference in making a living and building a life. A life they actually enjoy. We all agree most of us don't enjoy the life that we are making, and also most of us might be successful, but we are not peaceful. We don't feel the peace. We don't have life that will give us a room to breathe. We always want more, and we also we don't have a life where we can hear our own thoughts. We don't have that peaceful moment that we can sit down and think about the decision we're making, think about life and all that. And that's why I actually appreciate moments like this. The moment I moved to the village, I appreciate so much, and because they remind me that success isn't just about income, it's also about quality of life. And I would say that the quality of life, I'm giving myself as an example in most time, because I've decided to show you what's happening in my life. And I'll say the quality of life I'm having right now is so different from the quality I had before I moved to the village. Because before I thought that most expensive things in life is maybe a luxury car, a mansion. I also mentioned I used to live in a mansion, jewelry, and right now I don't think so, because I think the most expensive thing is peace of mind. I've experienced so much peace since I moved here, and most people have everything except of peace. They don't have peace, and when peace disappears, nothing feels enough. That's one reason I appreciate places like in the countryside. You have so much peace, and the village reminds you that peace is valuable. In the village, you just sometimes sit outside and you just feel quietness. I know, I'll call that quietness peace, because when you are from town and you come to the village, you have this thing that you are used to so much noise. You even ignore the quietness that in the village. And I'll tell everyone, just protect your peace. Your peace is everything, and you have to protect it. And right now, I would say I would choose peace every day, because it feels different. Something that I've not felt in a lot of years and all that. So I would say that happiness is found in simple things. Just the simple things that you do every day. That is where find happiness, find your joy, find your peace in those things. And just to remind you that peace is more valuable than many possessions. Nature heals part of us we don't realize we were tired, because I know I enjoy nature. Most of you maybe don't enjoy the nature out here, but it heals somebody. And stop comparing yourself with others. The more you compare yourself with others, the more your joy will be stolen. Just move at your own pace, do your own things, and the best things in life usually aren't rushed. Take your time. Don't rush anything. The slower you are, you think about what you are doing and all that, good things will come. Just trust in yourself, and don't compare yourself with anybody. Don't rush anything. And as you are even finding your peace and looking for the joy that you really deserve, you just remind that yourself that the richest life isn't the most expensive one. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have expensive things so that people can say you are living a better life. You just need to be peaceful, and with peaceful it will come with creativity and creativity, solutions to your problem and all that. And people expect when people are asked what they need in life, most of them say that they need money. They need to have more money. But for me right now, I think my wish is to worry less, not to have more money, and to worry less. And I would say that most of the things I stress about never happen. Years of anxiety, we all have years of overthinking, we all have years of fear, and you are fearing nothing. And those kinds of things hit me deeply. How much of our lives do we spend carrying worries about things that never alive? You worry about fear, overthinking, anxiety, and I would say don't sacrifice your happiness today for fears about tomorrow. Just live your day and don't worry about what will happen tomorrow, because one day, many years from now, maybe, I don't think I will remember every bill I paid. I know everybody might not remember about the bill they paid, every stressful day at work, even every deadlines you have to meet, everything your boss told you. But the most thing that we will remember years from now is the moments that we have created, those morning teas that you take with your family, the morning teas that you take watching the sunrise. You remember that sunrise, you remember the conversation you had with the people that you love, the smell of soil and rain. I love that smell after it rains, that smell. Those are the moments that you remember. Watching something we plant begin to grow, those are glorious moments, and I'm becoming addicted to that. And for me, years from now, most of us will remember that simple moment, the kind that seem ordinary until they become memories. Those are the things that you remember. And maybe that's why I enjoy days like this. And why don't you create those memories? Why don't you start creating those memories kidogo kidogo too? As time goes by, you create your own memory, because they are not really ordinary. You'll sit one day and remember, there was a time I planted cucumbers and they grew. You watch them grow every day, and those are the pieces of life that you lived that will keep you going, that will start pushing you and all that. And it's not all about the big vacation that you went, the big party that you held for friends, I don't know, the big what that you did. It's about those small things that you do every day, the things that people overlook. You woke up, seated for about 30 minutes thinking about life. You woke up, went for a walk, especially going for a walk, it clears your mind. And what's the best thing to do at the end of the day? Going for just a silent, peaceful, joyful walk. I think those are the small things that we will at least remember. And as I finish this video and I look around and realize something, that this garden isn't perfect. It's far from perfect. This is not the garden I want. There is this garden I wish to have in the future, and I have to work on that dream slowly. And as I'm working on that dream, I'm also learning. I know what spinach want, what sukuma wiki want, what onions want, because even when I start that garden, I'll have those life experience. And it's just like life. Life isn't perfect. There will be changes tomorrow. The thing you're doing today, you learn, you make plans, and then you change. That's the things that happen in life. There'll be changes tomorrow, but happiness is not about perfection. It's about appreciating what is already here. Some people may look at this garden and they think that I'm not doing anything meaningful right now. But as I look at it, I think I appreciate everything that's already there. I appreciate everything that have already done, that I've planted. I appreciate everything that I do with it. When I wake up, what I eat and all that, I appreciate those moments. I feel good, the fresh air. I see the growing plants and I'm like, I did that, I planted that, it's growing. And even those quiet morning, there is no noise. You just hit there, and then you even feel motivated. You feel that you have a chance to start another day, a bright new day where you start do what you want to do, and after that you finish your chores and you feel satisfied. And I think that's enough for most of us, or for what we do each and every day. And I would say that we should find joy and find meaning in everything that we do in our life. Because if there is something village life has taught me, is that a peaceful life isn't built in a single day. It's built through small choices made over time. We choose gratitude and choose simplicity, choosing to slow down once in a while, because people don't want to slow down, to sit down, rethink their plan, replan again, and execute what they are thinking, and choosing to notice the beauty that already exists around us. We don't notice what we have done. As I said, most of us are just working for a living, but not living the life they are working. So I would say, whenever you are watching from today, I hope you find a moment to pause. Just pause whatever you are doing. Look around yourself and take a deep breath, and remember that happiness may not be as far away as you think. Sometimes it's waiting in the simplest places, maybe even in a small garden on an ordinary day. And I think you will find peace and everything you need, the quietness that you need, so that you can at least gather the strength to move forward and to continue working in whatever you are working. Just take a pause, and you'll find extraordinary things to do. You'll find extraordinary places to go. You'll find you've started something new. You'll be having those peaceful moments that people always overlook. Maybe the secret in life isn't having more, maybe it's appreciating more. You need first also to appreciate more of what we have than needing more. Appreciate whatever you have worked for. Enjoy whatever you have worked for in the moment. You just appreciate whatever you are doing. And if there is one thing in the village continues to teach me, is that a beautiful life doesn't have to be a complicated one. You know, when you are in towns, you complicate so much about life. You have to wake up early, alarm start ringing at 3, some at 4, at 5. You complicate so much things. You have to keep on moving, and you just don't take care of yourself. You are just going on with your life. You just don't appreciate what you are having at the moment, and that's the problem with us today, and even with young people. We are not appreciating what we are having. We just want more and more. We don't have to rest. We don't have to take time and think, what have we achieved right now, and what do we want to achieve in like 3 weeks? I'm not even talking of 3 years to come, 5 years to come. In 3 weeks to come, what do I want to achieve? What do I want to change? We don't have to take everything rushed. We don't have to rush anything. Just take that moment that you're having today, turn it into a peaceful moment, appreciate what you have, and then you can re-energize to start thinking about what you're having and whatever you will do tomorrow. And I think that's what I mostly wanted to talk about in this video, just to remind you, you need to find your peace. And finding your peace doesn't mean that you need to achieve a lot. Finding your peace means that you have to first start appreciating what you have. You need also to appreciate yourself for the far you've come. I know 5 years ago, 3 years ago, you are not where you are right now. You are not having everything you wanted, but I know you are having some of the things you wish to had 5 years ago. Right now you are having them. So take time to appreciate yourself. Take time to enjoy what you have. Don't just work and not enjoy. The problem is with most of us, we work and enjoy. I don't think most of us want to retire at 60. You don't have time to enjoy what you've worked for at 60. By the time you're working, you are retiring at 6. For people who like traveling like me, you can't even travel. Your body is like, your body is retired also. You are tired all the time. You can't travel. You can't go to those high-end places you ever wanted to go. Every small thing seems like bother. So why don't we replan and retire early? I know this will sound funny, and for me, my dream is retiring early as 30 years old, and that's the plan. That's the plan that is driving me to retire early. I don't want to just work tirelessly and then I don't enjoy what I'm working for. You work so hard, you don't even see the results of what you're working for. Why? Because you don't have time to look back and see whatever you have achieved. Your work is just working, you are busy, your phones are just ringing. You don't even have time to go to visit your friends, visit the people that you sit down, have a chit chat with, and then realize that life is good. You see, we have these people that we just want to sit down and talk, not anything about life, but just normal conversation. And then as you go back to your place, you realize life is good. I don't know whether you have such people, and if you don't have such people, I think you should get some, because for me, I have these people. We just talk normal conversations, maybe making dinner, making food, walking, and then you realize how beautiful life is. So I would say, if you don't have such people, please go and look for such people and you will appreciate life more. And as I end this video, I would like to remind you, please enjoy whatever you are doing. Don't just work without enjoying the fruits of your labor. Enjoy the fruit of your labor. Take your time, sit back and just think of what you have achieved, and that will help you to plan for what you will achieve later. It might be small things that we take for granted, but I'm assuring you that those small things are the ones that will push us to the next goal that you're having. And remember to have your peace. Don't involve yourself with anything that don't give you peace, because peace is everything. As I said, if you have peace, you'll be able to rethink, and creativity comes when you are peaceful. You don't have creativity when you are not peaceful. You have to be peaceful. When you're peaceful is when you start solving the problems that you have in life. And with that said, I think I will end this video over here. As you can see, my husband is a very clean man. After the work, he's washing the shoes that he was having and all that. And let me also appreciate him, because he tried. He recorded this video for me. I had no idea actually he was recording. It was so early in the morning, and he decided, I think, let me record the video for her. And you see, those are the things that I appreciate the most, because I could not have had this video to post for you and talk to you about what I think about peace and all that. So in that case, let me even take this opportunity to thank him for having something for me that I would use to connect with you. And thank you so much for taking this time, spending this time with me, listening to me. I know I might talk about a lot of nonsense, but thank you so much for listening. And I would say, take care of yourself. And after taking care of yourself, what else do you need to do? Slow down if you can slow down. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing my videos, for liking my videos. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please I'd urge you to subscribe, so that at least you can move to the next level with you. I'll be happy sharing what is happening in my life, sharing what I think about life, and I think sharing everything and what I just help speaking out my mind out here. So guys, I say this is the end of this video, and please take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. And please remember, if you have not subscribed and you're watching, subscribe, and I will appreciate it. Just hit that subscribe button, and take care of yourself, guys. See you, and I love you, all of you. Bye bye.